clarity. Uh, so what I'm trying to say is that we have been able to create a data frame, or the data frame is the standard terminology now. A data frame, and data frame contains multiple columns with multiple variable names. Okay, ये मेरा है. अभी मैं क्या करना चाहूंगा कि I want to plot after, against, before. That after, against, before means what? After should be in the y-axis and before should be in the x-axis. After, against, before का मतलब होता है कि after in the y-axis and before in the x-axis. Okay, so let me try to plot. कैसे होगा? So plot. Okay, ये. So remember after. देखो क्या है कैसा. So after, against, before. हम लोग क्या करेंगे पहले? Let us try to the simpler way. I am saying the plot is x comma y. So what is in the x-axis? Before. So हम क्या बोलेंगे? A dollar before. Okay, डॉलर क्या मतलब है? A डेटा फ्रेम है एंड बिफोर नाम का कॉलम है. सो A डॉलर बिफोर का मतलब होता है बिफोर कॉलम एंड A डॉलर आफ्टर. सपोज इफ आई डू दैट, so what happens here? Critic. So once I do this plot, you see the plot has appeared here. Okay, look here, the plot has appeared. In the right hand side of the screen, the plot has appeared. Right? Now, okay, somebody is coming in. Okay, अभी दूसरा तरीका भी है क्या? So let me clean this window. ये clear plots. So remember that it is a very flexible ID. So you can just clear the plot again if I want to create a new plot. Okay. So is there any other way to plot in a simpler way कि ज्यादा मुझे थोड़ा सा कम टाइप करना पड़े या फिर थोड़ा सा ज्यादा इनोवेटिव हो जाए? Let us try to do that. So I am saying after, against, before. So how do I type after, against, before? Can I plot in the same language in which I am speaking? So I'm saying plot after, against, before, and from the data frame A. This is the way. So plot after, against, before, data A, and look again here. The what you have seen, what you are now seeing is that the x-axis and the y-axis labels have changed. Initially, when I had this plot, when I had used this plot, the x-axis label was something like $8 after and all that. Okay, but when I use this particular command, it uses a much better, plotting. Now suppose for example मुझे इसको ये टाइटल देना है. ओके, सो लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल मैं ये बोलता हूँ कि मुझे इसको टाइटल चाहिए. सो इफ आई जस्ट पुट मेन इक्वल टू लेट मी से मेन. आई होप द टाइटल इज मेन. सो टाइटल ऑफ द ग्राफ. सो सपोज मैं ऐसा करता हूँ एंड आई जस्ट डू दैट. लुक हियर. सो द टाइटल हैज आल्सो कम हियर. ओके, all right. So you can actually do this kind of plotting. You can also mention, or you can also choose what will be the title of the graph. Okay, so you can say, you can just type here after versus before. If I just type that, and then it is after versus before. Okay, so this has appeared in that. And then people will ask कि पापा मैं उसको linear regression करना चाहता हूँ बाद में, कि I want to really make a mathematical model and I want to plot a linear regression. We will go slowly there. Okay. So let us go back to the presentation. So till now what we have done is, from the commands that we are able to see now, from the commands that we have seen, we have understood how to install the package, and the installation of the package was install.packages, and then you type the name of the package. Either you do it this way, or you can actually search the package from here, install.packages, and type the name of the package, like for example read Excel, and you can do that. Or like for example read ODS, there's this package is there, and if I want to really install it, just click on install and it will install. So I'm not right now not installing, but I'm just pressing the cancel button right now. So we have been able to also see that how to define a data frame. You can create a data frame by data.frame command. And we have also seen that we have been able to plot also. We can mention what is the plot title and etc. etc. All right. Now, ये जो प्लॉट है बहुत ही अजीब सा दिखता है बिकॉज मजा नहीं आया मतलब पीपल विल से कि अरे यार ये कैसा है ओके somebody is trying to join in पीपल might say कि अरे ये थोड़ा सा इससे अच्छा दिखने वाला प्लॉट हो सकता है क्या एंड दैट काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन पीपल might ask मतलब yes प्लॉट हो सकता है but the command that we can use for using for some creating that kind of plot is a little bit difficult. That's all. Little bit difficult, but anyway, because the documentation is very well available, so even the difficulty is very clear. Okay, fine. So there is another library, plotting library, for example. So this is the basic plotting library. That plot is installed by default. You have to install, of course, you have to install. Without installing, nothing happens here in R. So R comes with some basic package. Some list of, say, for example, 30-40 packages are there already in R. And on that, you can install other packages by using the RStudio ID and you can search for packages. You can check whether the package needs update or not. All that is possible using RStudio. Fine. So let us go back to the presentation. We have been able to create our own data as we can see. And now, if I want to do this plotting, okay, थोड़ा सा नया प्लॉटिंग जब बता रहे थे अभी थोड़ी देर पहले there is something called a ggplot2 library. The name of the package was ggplot. I mean, it's given as ggplot, and it can be installed using the ggplot2. Now, so how do I do that? Is that go to here and then again I just say install packages, type ggplot2, and there you are. So you just have to type that ggplot2 and then click install. In my computer, I believe it is already installed. But anyway, let us try the installation again. Let's see. What happens is once the ggplot2 library is installed, it gives us a much better interface of typing, trying the typing. Okay, so uh, how do I do the plotting using ggplot? So the command for ggplot is now ggplot. That's the command. Okay. So there is also something called now let us see how things happen here in ggplot. So it's a ggplot, and then you are going to type what data equal to then have I okay. So I have to first of all remember if I have to use ggplot, so library ggplot2, you have to first of all use. So when you have used the ggplot2 library, when you have actually loaded the ggplot2 library, then only you can use the ggplot command. So ggplot. So you are seeing that it is already giving you a certain how do you say a certain hint. It is giving you the hint. So first of all, using data. So data, remember my data is in A. Okay. Now it is asking for aesthetics. Okay. So now when you are saying aesthetics, so you have to mention the aesthetic. What does aesthetic contain? Aesthetic contain कि बाबा x axis में क्या है, y axis में क्या है, ये बोल रहा है. Okay, and remember because you have mentioned the data equal to a, so it is not going to really ask for the name of the data frame again. Once the data equal to a is given to the ggplot, that it is understanding that the source of the data that I am going to use is from the data column. So I am going to use the source of. So let us do that. So I'm saying AES. So once you have to saying AES, so you have to give what will be in the x-axis and what will be in the y-axis. So say A, x equal to, remember x equal to before and then y equals to after. All right. So this is how it is. Navi. Now suppose I have just typed this command. What is going to happen? So first of all मैं इसको साफ कर देता हूँ. I will just clear the plot. मैं इसको clear कर दिया. If I just type this, what is going to happen? If I just press enter, nothing happens. Nothing happens. You get actually the after and before, but nothing has come up on the screen. And you might be wondering, यार ये हुआ क्या? ये मतलब ये तो मैंने प्लॉट दिया लेकिन ये प्लॉट आया नहीं. नाउ प्लॉट इसलिए नहीं आया बिकॉज आपने ये नहीं बताया कि प्लॉट कैसा करना है. आपको ये बताना चाहिए कि मुझे लाइन का प्लॉट लेना है, कि पॉइंट प्लॉट चाहिए, कि बारग्राम चाहिए, कि हिस्टोग्राम चाहिए. ये बताना पड़ता है. मतलब कंप्यूटर जो है वो ऑटोमेटिकली डिसाइड नहीं करेगा कि मुझे डायरेक्टली लाइन प्लॉट लेना है या पॉइंट प्लॉट लेना है. सो यू हैव टू टेल that to the computer. So you just have to say, and now also see that in the plot right now, you are seeing an gray color background and all that. Now, when you are writing papers, remember this gray color background, people might object to that. यार ये ग्रे कलर का बैकग्राउंड क्यों डाला फालतू का, ये मजा नहीं आया है. ओके, सो पीपल विल से दैट. एंड लेट अस सी कि बाबा उसको अवॉइड कैसे करना है. दैट आल्सो वी विल सी how can we sort of get around it and not use the. Okay, so what you have to do, you're just, yeah, remember, if I have to tell the computer you have to plot in points, you just say plus and geometry as point. Okay, you just have to tell that geometry as point. So this is what it is extra. तो ये कर दिया तो देखिए प्लॉट आ गए, तुरंत लाइन का प्लॉट आ गया. Now, the problem with this thing is that you are getting this funny background color which you don't want. You say that, अरे यार ये मेरे लिए nuisance है. So I don't want that. So you have to install another package which will tell you कि भाई for research papers, especially research paper, thesis, dissertation, you need plots with wide backgrounds. That is what is expected. So what you have to do is you just go to tools and then install the package, and there is a package called ggpub publication R. So this ggpubr library is there. I will just install it. Okay. So once you have installed it, so some ggpubr. Okay. Now what I do, I again clean the plot. Remember, अभी मैंने clean कर दिया. Okay. So now if I just do that plus, oh sorry, I just have done that, plus theme underscore gg theme underscore pubr. इधर गया वो. Okay, so oh, one moment. Why, what I have not done is library, yeah, gg pubr. So once I have done that, then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come up here and then I just say theme underscore pub r, and that pub r is there, and I'm just saying okay, and look, I get a graph without any background and it is appearing in a nice fashion. That's what I'm saying, and the fonts are much more clearer, and this particular plot appears much more cleaner. And of course this particular plot can be used in your publications. Okay, and you can actually export this particular graph which you have plotted into a jpg file or any file which you jpg, png, pdf. If you are using latex, then pdf will be useful for you. And so based on that we have got this plot. Okay, so ggplot with theme underscore pubr, it is going to produce graphics which is appropriate for research publications. Okay, so let us see, let us go ahead. So here as I told you कि ये जो theme underscore pubr जो है आपका theme underscore set कर दिया, तो आपको ये add करके नहीं लिखना पड़ेगा. By default all the commands will add the theme underscore pubr by default. Okay, so as we have seen the scatter plots, so you can control what will be the labels, x-axis label, y-axis label, the title, all that you can calibrate by using the plot command. So this is the basic plot command, And the same plot command is by using the ggplot. You have got the plotting here. Uh, okay, now let us take some data which is real data. Okay, usually all the data that we are going to use, they should be some, I mean, we have just created some abstract data set. All right, अभी हमने ggplot2 डाउनलोड किया है और ggplot2 लाइब्रेरी यूज कर रहे हैं. So along with the ggplot2 library, one realistic data set is given. Okay. So what you have to do is use that realistic data set. How do I do that? Okay, let's see. So that realistic data set is called diamonds. Now in the diamonds data, so let us see. Okay, fine. So I'm going to do load the data, which is diamonds. Once I say data diamonds, remember that in my workspace, the look here, the workspace here. So diamonds is here. So what I will first, let me first do this. I'll just clean. I'll say yes, and I'll just again use the library ggplot2. I just do that, and then I say a library ggpawar. Okay, and then I have also, I'm going to clean the plotting. All sub saaf kar diya, everything is cleaned now, and I am going to use now the data which is diamond. So diamonds data I'm just going to use, and as soon as I see diamonds, the diamonds data is available. So if I just type diamonds, if I just message type karta hu, it is going to give me this particular table. So you can see on this particular diamonds, the diamond data, you have carrot. अब आपका एक्सपेक्टेशन कैसा है कि कैरेट जैसे जैसे बढ़ता जाएगा उसका प्राइस वैसे ही बढ़ना चाहिए. इज इट ट्रू लाइक दैट? प्लीज टेल मी. कैरेट, the carrot is going to give me the price. Please tell me, ऐसा है क्या? जस्ट बाई सप्लाइंग कि मुझे 0.5 कैरेट का डायमंड चाहिए, आई कैन डायरेक्टली से कि बाबा तुम्हारा ये है, क्या बोलते हैं, दिस इज व्हाट द प्राइस ऑफ द डायमंड इज. कैन आई से दैट लाइक दैट? हेलो, hello, excuse me, hello.
Sorry, can
Yeah,
you repeat the question?
now my question is very simple. My question is, if I give you the carrot of the diamond carrot, if I give you diamond carrot, can I directly say this will be the price?
No, sir. The weight with carrot is also necessary.
No, carrot is the weight only, huh?
Yeah,
Huh.
but
So,
I
acha,
think I am relating it to gold. That quality is there and the weight is there.
हाँ,
No idea
so
for diamonds.
no idea for diamonds. तो anyway, जिसने डायमंड गिफ्ट किया होगा उसको आइडिया होगा. बट एनीवे, लेट अस सी इफ आई कैन प्लॉट द प्राइस अगेंस्ट द कैरेट, then probably some information will come up. If I plot, okay, let me plot ना, कि अभी हमने प्लॉटिंग कैसा किया था, रिमेंबर, जीजी प्लॉट, हाँ, जीजी प्लॉट था और डेटा मेरा डायमंड्स है. तो डेटा इक्वल टू डायमंड्स, अगर डेटा मेरा डायमंड्स है, आई हैव टू से AES of course, and in the x axis I am going to put what, the carrot, and in the y axis I am going to put the price. Okay, and again, if I just want to put plot in point, so I have to say geom point, ऐसा मुझे चाहिए और मैं प्लॉट करता हूं. And look at the plot now, it is getting to this fashion. Look at the plot here, कि क्या निकल के आ रहा है. That what does it mean? And you have a data point here, somewhere here, you have some data point here, you have some data point here. They probably have the same, they do not have the same carrot of course, but you can see that the price is the same. ये देखो प्राइस, लुक एट द ग्राफ, ये कम कैरेट में भी ज्यादा प्राइस है इसका, ऐसा कैसे हुआ? व्हाट कुड बी द रीजन? What could be the reason? See, whatever I am trying to tell you here is basically exploratory data analysis. Exploratory. That means I am trying to explore the diamonds data set. Okay, ये कहाँ पे क्या है, क्या नहीं है, वही हम देख रहे हैं. So we have basically made a plot which is talking about the carrot against the price. By using the carrot, can I predict the price? But by looking at the graph, it shows that कम कैरेट में भी ज्यादा प्राइस अवेलेबल है. अब ये कैसे हो गया, ये हमें पता नहीं. नाउ सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल, let me try to do some different plot. Can I do that and see, for example, I have a particular column which says cut, and in this column we have ideal, premium, good, premium, ऐसा कुछ दिखा हुआ है, cut. Okay, so can I have a plot which will show me the color according to cut? Let's see. So if I just have this, and in this command I say color equals to cut, if I just do that, can I actually see that plot? Look at the plot now. तो ऐसा कौन सा पॉइंट है जो कि यहां आया है? कैन यू टेल मी दिस? देखिए प्राइस पॉइंट हाई है उसका, द प्राइस पॉइंट इज वेरी हाई and the carrot is also very small. Can you tell me which one is this?
Ideal, sir.
हाँ, तो the ideal cut is going to have a better price, of course, and you can see this kind of information. Is it some, okay, you can also see, is there something to do with the clarity also? So there is something with clarity, there is uh, cutting, and there is color. So is color something to do with it? यहाँ पे ये जो है, has the color of the diamond something to do with it? So let us see. If I say color equal to color, instead of saying color equal to cut, I'm saying color equal to color. So what happened here? Look here. अभी इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि कौन से कलर को ज्यादा प्राइस मिला? देखो, कम कैरेट है, प्राइस लेकिन हरा है. कौन सा कलर को ज्यादा प्राइस मिला? लुक एट द प्लॉट विच आई एम गेटिंग हियर. कम कैरेट है और ज्यादा प्राइस है. So the J color, so probably the J color is going to give me more price. Okay. तो ऐसे धंधा करने में, अगर suppose for example somebody wants to do a धंधा of diamonds, okay, wants to open a shop where he is going to sell the diamonds, from the data itself, from the data which is given here, he can predict कि बाबा मुझे कौन से डायमंड पे ज्यादा फोकस करना चाहिए, so that I can get more money, even though smaller कैरेट में, और उसका प्राइस, उसका जो प्राइस है वो ज्यादा है. सो दिस इज हाउ वी कैन डू सम बेसिक प्लॉटिंग. सो लेट अस सी. अभी तो ये प्लॉट आया है, अभी और इससे बेहतर प्लॉटिंग कर सकते हैं कि नहीं, वो देखेंगे. ओके, सो लेट अस सी. लेट अस गो बैक टू द presentation. Now you can see that I have not shown all the data here. So can we, so as a part of the exploratory data analysis, some people try to do this, they show the top top data sets, uh, top of the data sets and the bottom of the data set. So if I just say type head, so it is going to show me the top 6 maybe. Okay, बट सपोज मुझे टॉप 6 नहीं देखना, मुझे टॉप 10 देखना है. तो ये 10 आ गया यहाँ पे. देखिए, टॉप 10 के, मुझे टॉप मतलब टॉप 10 रोज. इट हैज नथिंग टू डू विथ इंक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर एंड डिक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर. it is showing me the top 10 rows. Okay, and if I can also do the tail, again tail of diamonds ऐसा करेंगे, so it is going to show me the bottom 10 rows of the entire table. यहाँ पे increasing order decreasing order कुछ भी नहीं है, please understand that. Okay, तो यहाँ देखिए प्रीमियम कट भी अवेलेबल है और यहाँ पे आइडियल कट भी अवेलेबल है, नॉन दैट कट इज अवेलेबल. सो फ्रॉम द डेटा यू कैन नो कि क्या क्या अवेलेबल है. ओके, फाइन. So now, suppose for example, you want to plot a histogram of carrots. So in the data, are all the carrots equally distributed? ऐसा भी होना चाहिए ना डेटा में सारे carrots का. If I want to make a conclusion out of the data, सारे carrots का information uniformly distributed होना चाहिए. अगर वो नहीं है, then the data might be a kind of biased data. So you have to do a histogram plot. Usually a histogram plot will give you the distribution of the data. So from the histogram plots which you are seeing, from the histogram plot that you are seeing that data from the lower carrots are higher in number and data from higher carrots are lower in number. It is being shown here. It is also it can also mean one another thing, that the shopkeepers will prefer having in their store diamonds with lower size of carats. ऐसा होगा. So you can see that एक कैरेट जीरो मतलब 0 से 1 के बीच में जो 0.5 है उसका एक कैरेट का एक वैल्यू है, उसमें वो फ्रीक्वेंसी सबसे ज्यादा है. सो मे बी दैट्स द मोस्ट यूजर प्रेफर्ड कैरेट साइज. छोटा डायमंड सबसे ज्यादा बिकता है. दिस इज द काइंड ऑफ conclusion that you can make from the data plotting a histogram. And okay, let us see this. So again, you can also do the same thing with ggplot, and you can see there is, remember that you have to, in the ggplot, if I want to really draw a histogram, you have to draw a histogram like this. Okay, and you are going to do this. Okay, like let us do that. Okay, so I'm saying ggplot and diamonds, and the diamonds is the data set, of course you have got. And now here we just have to do geom histogram and AES. Now in the histogram, the AES is what? That is what it is trying to show. And histogram AES x equal to caret. That is what you do, and then you say okay. And that is how the histogram is going to look. Okay. And you can actually also do the bins equal to 30. You can change the bins and bin width and etc. That's a different ball game altogether. So this is how the histogram looks like, and you can see बिल्कुल ही low values के जो carrots हैं वो भी नहीं है, but some high value carrots are here and present here. And remember the histogram which is taken out by the how to say the basic plot system and the histogram which is given by the ggplot system are looking different. And what does it mean essentially? It means that अचानक से देखिए there was this high count here. It has started decreasing, and then suddenly there is another increase. So maybe छोटे वाले diamonds, बिल्कुल ही छोटा diamonds नहीं, but the smaller diamonds are preferred mostly, and there are another quality of diamonds where there is a rise in the preference. Okay, this is mostly preferred, then second highest, then third highest. So if you increase the number of bins in a histogram, it is going to give you better understanding of how the user preference is. Okay. Similarly, if you are doing the lathe machining, or if you are doing any survey of river quality, okay, water quality surveying you are doing, or if you are doing this lathe machining parameters, or if you are doing something in electrical engineering, the histogram bin size is going to give you more insights on how the data would be. Okay, this is how it is. So then I told you the scatter plot already. So the scatter plot is very simple here. Okay, and you can see the price against carrot. So that means price isn't going to be in the price is going to be in the y-axis and carrot is going to be in the x-axis. It is price against carrot. This is how it is read. Okay. Otherwise, you can write carrot comma price. It is x comma y. All right. But if you write x comma y, then you cannot write the data equal to diamonds command. That's the only problem with the plot. Okay, so if you are going to write something like against command, price against, so this is basically a formula. We call it the formula, and this is the data that we are going to. The formula and the data. This is how it is. Okay. So let us go to the again same thing. We have already seen this plot, and we have also seen this particular plot where we have put the color also as an aesthetic measure into the plot, and you can also see the legend which is appearing here. Okay, so I had in my data or in my earlier explanation, I had put the color here. Okay, so in this plot, what he has done, what this guy has done, he has put the color in the aesthetics here. So it doesn't matter. It is going to give you the same result. Okay, it has also given you the. But remember that if I use the theme, now you are seeing that in my earlier plot, what was happening? The legend was appearing on the right side. In the PowerPoint, the legends are appearing on the top. अब ये कैसे हो गया? How is my output different from the output that you are seeing on the presentation? ये ऐसा कैसे हुआ? So मैं बता रहा हूँ आपको ऐसा कैसे होगा. Okay. So remember that some time ago we had talked about a particular command. So let me where was that command? So I had told you that there was this theme underscore set, theme underscore pabar. So this, let me execute this particular theme underscore set, then theme underscore pabar. So this particular mechanism has been set here, and I will do the same plotting again. Let us see. Plot again वही वाला जो command था, color equal to color and all that, and let us see if I just do that, the legend is going to appear at the top. Okay, so in research publications, preference is that the legend appears at the top. ऐसा R का मानना है. आपका अगर नहीं मानना है तो legend को आप नीचे डाल सकते हो, उसमें कोई problem नहीं है. Okay, so it is possible to control the position of the legend also. Okay, so let us go back to the presentation. So we have already seen this. So we have already seen that. We have already seen this. Now, suppose for example, individual scatter plot चाहिए. आपको ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं नहीं बाबा थोड़ा सा और ज्यादा इंसाइट करना है. We are going to see the plots per color. Okay, कि कलर वाइज मुझे प्लॉट देखना है और कलर वाइज प्लॉटिंग हाउ डज द प्राइस वेरी, दैट आल्सो आई वांट टू सी. इफ आई वांट टू डू दैट, देन हाउ डू आई डू? कि फेसेट ट्रैप कलर. नाउ why am I trying to tell you this? Let us see, let us try to do this. Okay, I have the same geom point, and then I have said facet underscore wrap, and then I am going to say and okay in terms of color. Okay, if I just do that, let us see what happens. And I will show you the zoomed graph. अभी देखो ये ऐसा है. I will show you the zoomed graph, the full plot zoomed graph. This is how it looks like. Can I still say now again यहाँ पे command है कि as we are talking about the color and we are talking about the carrot and we are talking about the price. Okay, three things we are talking about: color, carrot, and price. You still see that the graph actually gives you no बेसिक इंफॉर्मेशन। यहाँ देखिए कैरेट कम है, उसके बाद भी उसका प्राइस हाई है। इधर भी कैरेट कम है लेकिन फिर भी प्राइस हाई है। दैट मीन्स समथिंग एल्स इज there for the price difference. It is nothing to do with the color of the diamond. तो कलर का डायमंड के प्राइस से कोई लेना देना नहीं है, ऐसा टाइप का इंफॉर्मेशन देने की कोशिश कर रहा है। दिस इज हाउ आई एम ट्राइंग टू इंटरप्रेट दिस पर्टिकुलर ग्राफ. So can I change this? Okay. So can I see another thing? Let us see. Okay. So what we have done is, as per color, we have tried to see the graph. Let us try to see another graph. Can I say cut and clarity, change the graph? Cut and clarity. Okay. तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे? Again I will do see. Again I will do the same thing. Cut versus clarity. Now here is the cut. This is the fair, good and all cut. So cut is in the y-axis. Cut versus clarity बोला है ना. Cut is in the y-axis and clarity is in the x-axis. So let us do that again. Cut versus clarity. So I will just do it again, and I will remove this particular facet wrap. Okay, and facet underscore grid. Okay, grid करेंगे, and I will say cut versus clarity. Let us see what it means. Okay. I will show you the zoomed graph, and it is trying to plot this. Okay, fine. Let me show you the zoomed graph. अब इससे क्या मतलब निकल रहा है? Probably this is going to give me some more information. है ना? आपको क्या लगता है? Look here that the cut and the clarity from this particular, from this particular diagram that we are seeing here, the cut and the clarity are showing much more linear relationship. At least some linear relationship is there. Okay, some linear relationship is there. This is kind of showing कि maybe cut and clarity have something to do with the price of the diamond more than the color of the diamond. Okay, so it is maybe the color also has some influence, but cut and clarity have more influence. So that's what it's trying to show. And there is a clear cut model, or maybe linear or quadratic model, which is trying to emerge from these particular data set or this particular graph that we have generated. So I will again close this, and let us go back to the presentation. So what we have done is we have seen some kind of graphs, okay, with respect to the diamonds data set, and we have tried to analyze कि जो मेरा डायमंड है उसका प्राइस जो है वो कैरेट और प्राइस के बीच में, कैरेट और प्राइस है, एंड आई एम ट्राइंग टू सी how the price of the diamond varies with respect to the carat. And we were not able to initially guess, from the earlier plots. Sorry, we are not able to initially guess from the earlier plot here that what is the relationship between carat and price from this particular plot. And we then decided that, look, we have to go into the cut of the diamond, clarity of the diamond, and finally there could be a fit between the there could be a model fit between the price and the carat with respect to the cut and clarity. So if I just separate my data based on cut and clarity, and then maybe I will be able to create my model. So it is going to give me that information. Okay, fine. So now let us talk about the box plots. Now box plots are basically good for the estimation of quartiles. Now if I am saying, as we are talking about, okay, so let us see. I will just clear the data plot from here, and let us suppose I want to do box plot, and the box plot is very simple. To just take the diamonds data set, and then I say caret here, and if I just do that, and it will give me a box plot like this. Once I'm getting the box plot, what do I see from here? What does the box plot interpret as? Now I am telling you that when you encounter any particular data and you do the box plot, what happens? What you should do? कि अगर आपको ये बोला जाए कि बॉक्स प्लॉट बनाना है, तो what should I do? so that I can get the box plot. So if I by hand, if I want to do that, okay. So write the data in increasing or decreasing order. Okay. So there is the highest value and there is the lowest value. Okay. Just write the data in increasing or decreasing order. Then you find the central value. Central value is not the average. Remember, central value is the median. Okay. Any value which is appearing at the center is called the median. So in the box plot, this particular value which we are seeing, this particular line, the value corresponding to this, and remember this in this particular axis, ये हमारा जो है ये carrot का axis है. The carrot axis is there. Okay, so it is going to tell me that the median of the carrot value is lying somewhere here. Okay, that's the median. Now, what essentially people do is they divide the entire range of data into quartiles. That means they divide the entire range divide by 4. So there is this first quartile, second quartile, third quartile, and final fourth quartile. So this is the range of the data. Okay. So ऐसा करके करते हैं. So now you can see that the second quartile and the third quartile, ये median, this is the median. The second quartile and the third, so the second quartile and the third quartile are shown here, and these are called whiskers. Oh, these are called whiskers here. So there are several outliers in the data that we can see here, and the box plot has been thus explained. Okay. So similarly, you can also do the box plot with the R also. So you can say x equal to caret and x equal to 1, they have said. Okay, so anyway. Okay, so now, so then there will be an advanced box plot. तो अभी advanced box plot कर सकते हैं क्या? Advanced box plot का मतलब क्या है कि हम fair के लिए अलग box plot करेंगे, good के लिए अलग box plot करेंगे, ऐसा करके. So again, we are trying to understand how the based on the cut of the diamond, can we actually make a box plot? So this is how we do it. Okay. So first of all, remember, अभी हम जब कर रहे हैं ना, तो GG plot डायमंड्स पहले लिखना है, डायमंड्स. ओके, ये लिखना है. उसके बाद ये बंद कर दिया. Once then I have done that. Sorry, I have done something wrong here. Okay. Again, I will do GG plot diamonds. Okay. So aesthetics, I have to do aesthetics. In the aesthetics, if I say x equal to, x में क्या रहेगा? X में रहेगा मेरा cut. Remember, this is my x axis. So this is my x axis, and in this exercise x axis, so the cut of the diamond. So the cut of the diamond, so x में cut रहेगा. So I will just do cut, and y equals to caret. If I just do that, then I am going to say geometry underscore box plot. ऐसे ही करना है मुझे. Okay, so if I just do that, look here, this is how it is done, and I say okay. Oh, sorry, what happened? Sorry, geo underscore box plot. So I wrote the spelling wrong. Okay, fine. So this is how the thing looks like. So look here, at for each of the cuts we have the average caret here, the median caret here, not the average. But see, the median caret is here for good, median caret is here for very good, premium, and ideal. So you can see for the ideal, the caret is minimum, like here, and but for the ideal cuts, the price is also high. Okay, that also was explained in the earlier graph. So box plot is a nice way to understand कि भाई मेरा जो डेटा है, उस डेटा में मेरा जो कंटेंट ऑफ द डेटा है, उसका मीडियन कहाँ है, एंड दैट कैन ऑल्सो वी हैव डन according to the cut. So as okay, so Based on this, we have been able to understand the box plot also. So we will also try to uh, include some data called economics. So let me see whether the data economics is there or not. If it is there, then it's great. Yeah. So economics data is there. So in the first of all, let me clear this. Okay. So then once I cleared it, data economics, right? So the economics data set is here. Just type economics, and you have got the data which is being shown here. So now suppose मुझे in general मुझे इसका summary देखना है. So I can do summary economics. Okay. So this is the summary which is being given. So the date. So it is presenting. Look here. It is presenting the minimum date is something like July in 1967. The advanced date is 1st April 2015. The data is given for that much amount of time. Look here, इतना सारा data, employment data ये भी दिया हुआ है. All that kind of data is informed, that it is also given here. So you can actually the summary है ना command. Okay, summary is the command there. Okay, then also you can suppose, for example, you want to extract the column names of economics. If I just do that, column names of economics, it is going to give me all the column names. This is how it is done here. Okay. Similarly, you can read any data from Excel and you just put columns economics, columns of that particular frame, data frame. It is going to give me. So this is what the descriptive statistics is. So now in the economics data, we can again do the head and tail. So this is the head and tail which is being shown here right now. Okay. So if I want to do the mean and standard deviation computation, that is the descriptive statistics actually. So what is the mean, and then what is the standard deviation, and what is the correlation? If I want to establish a correlation between PCE and PS effort, so if I want to do that, then I can easily use the correlation measure. Okay, COR is the correlation measure. Okay, so what does the correlation measure of minus 0.798546 mean? Can anybody tell me? ये correlation negative है, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? Can anybody tell me that? Hello, hello. Yeah, we are waiting for your answer. Hello, anybody? See, don't be afraid of answering. So at least if there is a doubt in your mind, you can get it cleared. What does the negative correlation mean? So if you look into the, okay, let us look into the graph first of all. So you're seeing the PCE and AVERT. Okay, PCE AVERT is in the y-axis and PC is in the x-axis. Okay, so let us try to do a plot. Okay, okay, let us try to do a plot here. PCE and AVERT, PS AVERT. That is these are two columns. So plot PCE, PS AVERT against PCE and data equals to economics. If I just do that, please understand what is going to happen. I'm going to get a plot like this, and it basically means that as PCE is increasing, we are getting PS effort. PC is increasing, the PS effort is going to decrease. So this is how I interpret a negative correlation. All right, so let us go back to the presentation. So we have got descriptive statistics for the economics data, and we can use the mean command, the SD command. SD means the standard deviation, and we have got the correlation. The correlation is going to give me the correlation. Remember, if I am talking about the correlation of any two quantities varies between -1 to +1. If the value of correlation is greater than, value in correlation means the absolute value of correlation is greater than zero point 0.8, we get strong correlation. If the value of correlation is negative, it means that one value is increasing, the other value is decreasing. If the value is correlation is positive, then that means both the values are increasing together. This is how it means. Okay, so let us see. Suppose, for example, if I want to plot between PCE and unemployment. Okay, so let me do that plotting. So plot PCE, sorry, unemployment in the y-axis, of course, unemploy against PCE, and the data is economics. If I just do that, economics. Okay, if I just do that and look here how the graph looks like. The graph is more like a snake. So there might be, it means that the graph is looking like a snake here, which effectively means that there might be other factors which we may not be aware of right now. So maybe the POP is another variable which is influencing it. Huh? So we don't know right now. So we have to do an exploratory data analysis to understand how the economics data is going to tell us the story. Now we can also calculate the correlation matrix. So we can, see. I suppose, for example, I believe that the uh, first column, date, for example, the first column is not going to give me any information. Like, for example, the date is not going to, suppose I just say the date is not going to give me any information. And I'm saying this is the second column, this is the third column, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So if my interest, the columns of my interest are only PCE, the this one, and this one. Okay, so second column, second column, fourth column, fifth column, sixth column. So I can select from the data set these columns. So I can then create a cross correlation matrix. So अगर मुझे cross correlation matrix तैयार करना है, so how do I do that? Let us see. Okay. So first of all, what I am going to do is I am going to create a variable which will store the value 2, 4, 5, 6. Suppose I want to store that. कैसे करना है? Very simple. I just say T temporary. Okay, T for temporary. I'm going to say 2, 4, 5, 6. I can do that way. So if I just type T, it will give me 2, 4, 5, 6. Or I can also do 2 and then I say 2 comma 4 colon 6. If I just do that, let us see what happens. 2, 4, 5, 6. 4 colon 6 किया मैंने. Now what I am going to do, 2, 4, 5, 6 वाले जो columns है उसको मुझे economics से extract करना है. Suppose I want to extract it. So let us say E. So E will be the E subset. I'm just trying to subset this. Okay. And then from this subset, I am going to collect economics and all the rows. I want all the rows, but the columns in T. The T contains 2, 4, 5, 6. If I just say this, then what happens? E subset, if I just type call names of E underscore subset, if I just do that, look here, it has selected or it has subsetted, this PC column, PS column, unemployment and employment. So this has been collected. Once you have collected, you can create a cross correlation matrix. Remember, a cross correlation matrix is important in many ways. It is also important in something called a dimensionality reduction, or people who are interested in principal component analysis, they can use this the cross correlation matrix for reducing the dimension of the data. So many people, many researchers are there who are dealing with stock market data sets, or for example satellite imaging data sets, which has immense number of dimensions and channels there. And if I want to reduce the dimension, one of the mechanisms of reducing the dimension is using the principal component analysis. And one of the first requirement of doing a principal component analysis is to find out the cross correlation matrix. So if I just do core COR, okay, and then just E underscore subset, if I just do that, and it is going to give me a cross correlation matrix. So look here, it is PCE against PCE, okay, in the same column. So of course the correlation is going to become 1 1 1 1 here. The same columns PS avert and PA, the correlation is there. PCE and PS avert, you have got the negative correlation, and then unemployed, this is a positive correlation, and this is zero point 0.6. Okay, not that much correlation is there. 0.6 it is there, not that much. If it is minus zero point 0.3, it is a very weak correlation. And even if it is less than zero point 0.2, then it is a no correlation kind of thing. So based on the values of the correlation, we have found out, we can find out what is the relationship between these variables. Okay, and based on the relationship between these variables, I can try to fit a linear model or a quadratic model or something like that. So we have to see, we have to look at the plot, then we have to look at the correlation, then we have to look at the various linear models, and we can also look at the quadratic models, and so on and so forth. When we keep on watching or doing these correlation analysis, we will ultimately come to a particular conclusion regarding how the data has hides a mathematical model inside it. So okay, so let us go forward. So look here, we have been able to calculate the correlation matrix, and then you can use the galley pairs to create a paired package. It doesn't really make any special effort to create this plot, but it is also going to give me the same values. You see 0.793, the same similar values which is giving me. Okay, now let us talk about regression. And one of the very important parts in R is to talk about regression. Okay, regression means linear regression, quadratic regression, exponential regression. Then we can have the polynomial regression. We then have the multiple regression. I would request all the research scholars to pay special attention here, because regression analysis is one of the most important part in the PhD research. Okay, please pay attention here. Please tell me whether you are all attentive at this particular point or not. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I would request you to be very attentive here, because this part is going to be of much use in your research. Especially if you are mechanical engineering, you need to conduct a lot of experiments, and based on various inputs and tuning parameters, you need to formulate a mathematical model. The mathematical model, the parameters of the mathematical model are not known beforehand. But in a see what happens in a regression analysis is that you do not know the parameters of the model, but what you know is the form of the model. Beforehand, I must know the form of the model. When I'm doing ANN or CNN or DNN, deep neural networks, and uh, the convolutional neural networks, I don't know the model at all. When I don't know the model at all, then I will use this ANN, BNN, and all that. When I know the form of the mathematical model, then I will use the regression. Okay, whether it is linear regression or non-linear regression, that can be discussed about. But in this way, we in this particular lecture, I'm specifically talking about linear regression, okay, and in the form of B0 and B1. Look here very carefully that the the format of the model is B0 plus B1 X here, and this intercept, this is called the Y intercept. Remember that the equation of the straight line is Y is equal to f mx plus c, mx plus c, and in mx plus c you have got the c is the y intercept, and m is the slope of the line, and e that you are seeing here, e is the error that you have in the regression model. So there is some error, and that error you cannot correct. That's an error in the model. So the regression process uses the process of least squares. So the sum of squares of errors in the predictor, in the outcome variable, is minimum. That is the philosophy of regression. Okay. So let us I mean ये इसलिए इंस्टॉल करवा रहे हैं आपको कि बाबा थोड़ा सा हमको अच्छे से डेटा एनालाइज करने को मिल जाए, अदरवाइज ये नहीं भी करे तो भी रिग्रेशन होता है, बट some data that we are going to use. That's the reason why we are going to use this method. Okay, so tidyverse is a mechanism to clean the data. ggpower is a mechanism to create research, create graphs which will be suitable for research. And datarium is basically a collection of data set. That's it. So ultimately we have to do that. So let us do this tidyverse and so I have already installed ggpower, but I will install datarium and tidyverse in my system. So let me go and do that. So I will just say datarium, just have to say datarium, okay, and comma, I can just do that, and tidyverse. If I just do that and I just say install, and it will install from the data sets which are there in the internet, on the internet. So it is going to install now. Look here, it is installing. Okay, fine. The installation is now complete. So maybe on your, because these, the sizes of these packages are very, very small. So they don't take a lot of time to install. There's very small packages, all right? Okay, fine. So that's in kilobytes. Fine. So I have to, load these libraries. Again, I will just clean the data so that, I have got an empty space to work with. So I have got Datarium, and I've got tidyverse, and I've got, ggpower I've got. So fine. So what we have to do is, first of all, let us load this pggpower. So that we'll have. So I will just again load library. Remember that ggpower. Okay, and for all the plots that I'm going to do, uh, set theme. So set underscore theme. What is this? Theme, sorry, theme underscore set. Theme underscore set. Theme underscore power. So this is what it is. So you just have to do this particular thing, and then I am going to use a library Datarium. Okay, so Datarium is nothing but a data aquarium. So it just contains a lot of data sets inside in Datarium. All right. So just I've got all the data, and from the Datarium, I am going to use this particular data we call marketing. So let us take that marketing data. So if you look at the marketing data, you will find that it is something which is very relevant to what we are doing right now. Okay, in various colleges, people who are attending this lecture, they might be employed in various colleges, and they might be aware of something called organic marketing. Are you aware of what is organic marketing? So people are using marketing mechanisms like Instagram or Facebook, or even marketing mechanisms like, for example, let's say the newspapers. So there are various marketing mechanisms, the advertisement marketing mechanisms, and using those, you are going to just we're going to study some data set. Okay, so let us talk about the marketing data, and okay, so let me use the data, and I'm just saying marketing, okay, and then I'm saying data. Well, yes, package. So it is possible to pick up a package from a particular particular data from a particular package. So I've just done that. So marketing data is already here. So you just type marketing and see what happens is we have got so much of data set. Abhi hai kya ye? So if I just type call names of or maybe if I'm just saying head of marketing, हेड मार्केटिंग का मतलब ये हुआ कि पहले 6 लाइन दिखाने का. सो लुक हियर, ऑर्गेनिक मार्केटिंग डेटा and some basically non-organic marketing data is given here. So YouTube, Facebook, newspaper, and sales. So I have placed ads in YouTube, I placed ads on Facebook. People might be using YouTube and Facebook as well. Because of ads on YouTube, sales happens, right? So अभी बहुत सारे लोगों का ये मतलब कीटो है, हेल्पेज इंडिया है, they are all placing ads on YouTube, and there some people are placing ads on Facebook. Please, especially during the COVID-19 lockdown, people might have noticed that Facebook has become or enhanced how the publicity is as how do you say how the publicity is done on Facebook. It has changed over the last 2 years. So these are called organic marketing mechanisms. We do not have the Instagram data here, and if you might be aware that after this, how to say, the Shark Tank episode, you might be aware that people have indulged in Instagram-based marketing. Some of my students are also doing this Instagram-based marketing, and they are selling products through Instagram. So that's one of the interesting things that people are doing. All right. So and then you can place ads on the newspaper also. So a lot of ads on YouTube, some ads on Facebook, some ads in the newspaper, and then some results in. So अगर मुझे plot करना है YouTube versus sales, then Facebook versus sales, newspaper versus sales, हमको पता चलेगा कुछ 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 डेटा के बारे में. So let us see कि क्या हो रहा है. So we will try to fit a linear model between, so sales is the why, remember sales I have to predict based on my YouTube marketing skills or Facebook marketing skills, so something like that. So we will try to do that. Okay, so देखो भैया ये data है अपना, we have already seen the data. So this is the top of the data, not the entire data. The data contains so many rows. So now we are going to do the visualization YouTube versus sales. So again, if you remember, how do I do that? YouTube versus sales, very simple. Plot karna hai, and you are going to say YouTube here, sorry, sales on the y-axis, YouTube on the x-axis. Okay, and then I'm going to say data is equal to marketing. If I just do that, then I just say plot it, and you get this kind of plot. All right. And it's a very scattered plot, you can see, and बहुत ही ज़्यादा scattered plot है. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि there is, I mean, directly I cannot say which is the whether it's a linear relationship, quadratic relationship. I can't really say that. But let this be the data. So it is very clear that if I don't place any ads on YouTube, no sales will happen. Essentially, I have to place the ads on YouTube. So I have plotted YouTube against the sales. Let me plot newspaper against the sales. Let me do that. Say plot sales against Facebook. If I do that, Facebook, and then I say data equals to marketing. If I just do that, and I just plot the data, look here what happens. If I put the Facebook ads, I mean, without the Facebook ads also, look here, some amount of sales has happened. Okay. So here, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, somewhere if I have not placed any ad on Facebook, then also I am seeing that some sales is happening. That means Facebook may not be playing a role much in the sales somewhere. Okay. And you can see that there is a, so let me look at the newspaper data. चलो तो भाई देखेंगे तो plot करेंगे. We are going to say sales against the newspaper. Okay. Okay. And then you are saying data and you are going to say marketing hitting. Okay, now you are doing that. Once you are doing that, you will see another kind of zoom. Look here. So newspaper में ad दिया है, तो some sales are happening here. Okay, but you are seeing newspaper में कम ad देने के बाद भी sales हो रहे हैं. ऐसा कैसे हो रहा है? Now something is fishy here. Huh? Something is fishy here. That means it can mean that from the data I can say that one variable is not significant. There might be multiple variables which will be significant. ऐसा हो सकता है. So let us see. Let us talk about the how many variables are significant or not. So first of all, we'll just do the YouTube and sales. Just do that, and then we'll talk about the other variables. So YouTube and sales करेंगे अपन सबसे पहले. All right. Now here. So again, we can do other visualization. Visualization is not that problem. So now we are going to create a linear model. So अभी देखेंगे linear model create करना कैसे होता है. So the linear model is the created by using the command or the function called LM. LM means linear model. All right. So let us create the linear model. So I'm just going to do the linear dot model. So one of the ways in which in R you can have variable names with full stop in between. So linear model is given as LM linear model. First of all, we'll put the formula sales against YouTube. All right, sales against YouTube, and we'll put data equals to marketing. All right. So we have done that. So as soon as we do this, some linear model is created. You can see some linear model is here. And if you just click on this particular linear model, it gives a lot of information जो कि आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. Okay. If I just type linear model here on the command line, if I just type linear model, it has given me क्या दिया है मुझे इंटरसेप्ट दे दिया है उसने एंड मुझे यूट्यूब का कोएफिशिएंट दे दिया है. सो इफ आई एक्चुअली हैव अ फॉर्मूला सेल्स इक्वल टू यूट्यूब वैल्यू इनटू 0.4754 plus 8.43991, that is going to give me a particular the mathematical model. So it has given me this particular mathematical model. If I just type linear dot model, it has given me that particular value. So I extract these values very simply. I can extract linear dot model dollar coefficients ऐसा कर देंगे तो it will give me the coefficients of the model. Dollar coefficient लिखना जरूरी है. Okay. No, dollar coefficient nikala, and you can from there you can find out the so this is going to give you a list, and the first member of the list is the intercept, and the second member of the list is the coefficient or the slope of the line 0.047. Very gentle slope that is going to happen. Okay, so and you can also you can also do the summary of the model. The summary of the model has a lot to do with the hypothesis testing. Okay, so if I do the summary of the linear dot model, it gives me the uncertainty also. Look here that it has given me a particular level of significance. So the level of significance are given here. So 0.001, okay, 0.01 as we are talking about, this is 90% confidence. 0.05, that is 95% confidence. 0.01, that's the 90% confidence. Okay, so these codes are given. So the star star star, the star triple star is corresponding to this. That means a very highly significant values are there. These are very highly significant values and very accurate values. तो ये मुझे एक information मिलता है from this particular intercept and intercept values and the coefficient value. तो मुझे एक very highly accurate, and it has also given me the R squared computation, and it has also given me the adjusted R square computation. Okay, it has given me that 0.6119. Unfortunately, although now this is very contradicting here, although these values are very highly significant according to my hypothesis, I still see that the R squared value is zero point 0.6. Now I value that the R squared value should be more than 0.8. I mean, usually I would rather prefer that R squared value be 0.8, but it is still showing that the R square value is 6.119, and that's probably because in the later part of the graph the data is much more spread. So we recall the plotting, or see, let us look at the plotting here earlier. So we had this plot, remember that plot. uh, okay, so YouTube sales, okay, sales versus YouTube. If I just look at this plotting, data is equal to marketing, look at the plot, and you see the data actually spreads and the end side of the graph. So you are seeing here, okay, the data is much more spread at the end side of the graph. The data is less spread here. So that's probably the reason why you have a lesser R square value. So remember, इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि जो linear graph है, that may not be the good representation of the model. That is what I'm trying to share here. Although the data is fitting, but still it may not be the good representation of the model. Okay, so let us go back to where we were. So it has given me the coefficient and intercept. Now, okay, again, now if I want to visualize the line plot, if I want to do that, uh, as I told you, this is the plot that I have got, and the coefficients are inside that model. So you just have to say AB line and then linear dot model. So you just, sorry, linear dot model. So that's the name of the variable, and it has given me the plot of the line. So look here, it is possible. Remember, it is possible. If you look at the line, the data is equally divided on both the sides of the line. This is what is expected. The data should be equally divided on both the sides of the. However, here the data is less divided. I mean, the less separated. Here the data is more separated. ऐसा दिख रहा है. Okay, ये दिख रहा है. So, what will be the next step that we have? Okay, so this is the visualization and vision. Now it is possible to look at the uncertainty of the model also, and that can be done by very simple. अभी हमको क्या करना है? Let us suppose I am trying to do the ggplot of that model. So I just clean the plot. So let us try ggplot. Okay, so the data is marketing. Data is marketing. And on the x-axis, what do I have? AS. x-axis में मुझे मिलेगा YouTube. Okay. And y-axis में मुझे मिलेगा sales. Okay. And if I say geom underscore point, it is going to give me the data plot. ये plot तो मुझे मिल गया. Now, if I want to add a line, if I want to add the regression line to this plot, then I have to add more commands. So look here, what we have done is we have added stat underscore smooth. Okay, so ये करना है, उसके बाद enter मारो stat underscore smooth. Okay, and then method equals to lm. lm वही मेथड था, रिमेंबर, lm वही मेथड था जो अभी थोड़ी देर पहले यूज कर रहे थे. And when I have calculated this lm, it has also calculated this uncertainty here, and this uncertainty will be plotted into this particular thing. Okay, so with the uncertainty, this particular thing has been plotted here. All right, so you can see the zoomed part. ये zoom है. And obviously, the plots using ggplot are much more informative. They give you much more insight. And you can see also कि यहाँ जो error है on the end points, the error has increased, and at the middle the error is a bit less here. Okay, ये भी uncertainty देखिए आप थोड़ा सा कम है इधर. So this is also being shown here. All right. Now we are going to talk about multiple regression. Now in a multiple regression, the formula, I mean, if we talk about this particular data set, in the multiple regression, the formula will be sales equal to YouTube into something, Facebook into something, newspaper into something, plus another constant. So this is what it is. Now I don't know essentially कि बाबा फेसबुक और यूट्यूब जो है ये ज्यादा सिग्निफिकेंट है कि न्यूज़पेपर ज्यादा सिग्निफिकेंट है. आई रियली डोंट नो. आई हैव टू डू repeated understanding, repeated exploration of the data to really make or create a model. So that's what I'm trying to say is that in multiple regression we are trying to establish the accurate mathematical model between the outcome variable y or the estimated variable and the predictor variables in the following manner. So this is how the formula looks like. And pi's are the regression weights. The xi's are my variables, okay, and the bi's are the regression weights. Again, you see, you have to use the Datarium package, and I've used the marketing data. So my data is already loaded here, and again the data is here. What we have to do is we are now going to try and create a model which will involve YouTube, Facebook, and newspaper data. All right. So earlier we had created. Okay, let me clear this area. Okay, earlier we had created a linear model between YouTube and sales only. Now we are going to create a model which will create, okay, so which will have all the values. Let us see all the values. Okay, so I am going to say model 1. Okay, मैंने model 1 लिखता हूँ. Model 1 is linear model of what? Sales is the output, and it will be dependent on YouTube. It will be it will be dependent on Facebook, and it will be also dependent on newspaper. And my data is in the economics. Okay, so economics data is not found obviously. So एक minute, data economics type करना पड़ेगा. Okay, so I've done. What is happening? What is the? Oh, sorry, not the economics data. We are going to time the marketing data. Data is marketing. Marketing. So the data is marketing. So we are going to use the data called marketing, and we are going to use this command data is marketing. Okay. Once we have done that, the model is already in place. Okay, the model is in place, and we just type model 1. So you have given the model 1 has given YouTube का coefficient, Facebook का coefficient, and newspaper का coefficient. ऐसा उसने दे दिया है. Even if I type summary, okay, if I just type summary of model 1, it is also going to give me what is my R square and adjusted R square. Look at this. पिछले में when we were having YouTube only, then the multiple R squared was 0.6. Now, when we have added all the three variables, we are having multiple R squared as 0.8. That means the value of R square has increased, as well as you are seeing that YouTube and Facebook have highly significant values. बट द न्यूज़पेपर डज नॉट मैटर. यहाँ पे न्यूज़पेपर में वैल्यू दे रहा है 0.86 और इसके बाजू में कोई भी सिंबल नहीं है, which effectively means that this newspaper is not actually significant. You don't need to add the newspaper, ऐसा बोल रहा है. अच्छा, ऐसा बोल रहा है. तो न्यूज़पेपर को हम हटा के देख लेते हैं. हटा दे न्यूज़पेपर को. Can we move the newspaper? So I'll just create another model. So model 2, which is a linear model, and we'll say sales at the rate YouTube and Facebook, okay. And then we have just not used newspaper at all, and data is marketing. And let us do that. And let us present the summary of model 2. If I do that, look here, the R squared value has also increased. The okay, and all the things are also significant. दिख रहा है क्या आप लोगों को? यहाँ पे न्यूज़पेपर में कोई भी significance नहीं दिख रहा था. Now here in all we are seeing significance. And also if I just type model 2, okay, model 2, it has also given me all the coefficients also. Okay, so ये intercept मिल गया, YouTube का coefficient हो गया, ये Facebook का coefficient हो गया. Okay, if I just type model 1, look at the coefficients here. यहाँ पर भी 4575 है, यहाँ पर भी 0.455675 है. But this newspaper is not going to play any role because of the, also you can see the coefficient of newspaper. Look at the coefficient of newspaper is 0.001. So that means newspaper essentially is not going to play any significant role in the formulation of the mathematical model. ऐसा लग रहा है देखने में. Okay, so we'll go ahead with the uh, okay, so we can see the significance, that's what I'm saying, the significant code as we are seeing, and clearly seen that the newspaper variable, as we can see that from the data that we generated, the newspaper variable is not significant, and we have ignored it in the fresh model, okay, as we just did right now. And so ultimately, again, based on the interpretation from the model, we have got sales equal to 0.35 into 0.45 into YouTube plus 0.187 into Facebook. That's the interpretation that we have got. Okay. So this is multiple regression. Okay. And then it is also going to give us the confidence intervals. Okay. So that is basically giving us the uncertainty region for that particular. So these are the references. I hope some amount of learning was there from this lecture. Uh, Please let me know uh, if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll just take the attendance and are there any questions?